Alright, we are back on the main channel streaming Draven this week from the Contender series since Dustin's season is over for the Premier series. This week Draven is playing as White Birdo. They're playing on Mushroom Gorge, which is an original Wii map. Starting off pretty close together, Draven's got his first item, which was a mushroom, which gives him a little bit of a speed boost. He's staying neck and neck with Banana Girl. Another mushroom. See if he's going to pick up another item. Just missed the mystery boxes. But got some coins for a nice speed boost. Starting the second lap, they are still neck and neck. They've stayed pretty close to each other the entire time. These are two racers that are pretty evenly matched, I'd say. He's got the mushroom. It seems like that's all he's getting today for those speed boosts. But one good thing about the mushrooms, maybe not as much on this course, but especially on some courses, it helps that you can use the mushrooms or the stars to kind of explore other parts of the maps and find shortcuts that you couldn't usually take, because when you go off the expected track it slows you down, but when you use those mushrooms or those stars during it, it kind of helps you keep your speed and use those places as a shortcut, like that little corner he just took there. Going into the third lap, still just barely in second. He needs some kind of item that's going to help him catch a break. If he can get close enough to hit with the boomerang, it's going to really help him. It's going to give him a great chance. He's got these 3 mushrooms to give him 3 separate speed boosts. In my opinion, that's one of the most helpful items in the game. That and the red shell. We are coming to a close, and the first round is over. The score is 0-1. We'll be right back. Alright, we're back with the second race. They're playing on Yoshi's Circuit from the GameCube Nintendo. They are starting their second race. So far the score is 0-1, and Draven got an early boost, which gives him an early lead. Fun tip for new Mario Kart players watching, that if you hold specifically down on A when Lukido's second red light appears, as long as you hit it at the right time, that'll give you, and you continue to hold it until you start, that gives you a speed boost like he just got in the beginning of the game, which can be really helpful to start an early lead. He used that sound box to avoid the red shell, or he may have just been too far ahead to have been hit with the red shell. It's hard to tell. But that sound box is probably my favorite addition to Mario Kart that came from Mario Kart 8. Because the other ways to avoid blue shells are just too hard timing-wise, for me at least. Some players can obviously do it, especially the ones that we have playing right now that are in the Contender and Premier series. They are great, they practice hard, and they play wonderfully. But I think using that sound box, as long as you get it in a conveniently timed, or you hold on to it until the right time, that can be a game changer. Right now he's holding on to that green shell, which is a great technique to avoid attacks from enemies when they're throwing their red shells, or even their green shells if they can angle them right. But the difference between the red and the green shells is the red shells kind of follow you, and the green shells you have to angle correctly because they kind of go in a straight line, or like from whatever angle you throw them at. He's about to pick up his 10th coin, which is the max that he can hold on to for that slight speed boost. I can't tell for sure, but it looks like in this third lap, Draven's really using that soft drift technique to get that maximum boost without turning too sharply, which is where while you're drifting, instead of pointing your joystick towards the side that you're turning to, which kind of leads to you going way too far. You get that soft drift by going diagonally, holding that joystick in the direction you want to go. We finished the second game with Draven in first place. The score is now 1-1. We play best of 5 and we'll be right back. Guys, we are back and playing on one of the best maps in my opinion. I know everybody's got their favorite picks, but the Wild Woods, I think, just looks, and it has this feel to it that when you're racing into it, it's really fun. We're starting the third race. The score is 1-1. We play best of 5, so first player to win 3 different maps. Right now, Draven's just barely behind. I'd like to say they're neck and neck, as you can see on the map. He's just trying to get that lead, find an item that can help him achieve that. Looks like he missed with that red shell. Doesn't look like that gave him any sort of lead. Let's see. Draven's drifting techniques really help him on maps like this with the turns. I know it doesn't look like it because I said that right as he hit the wall, but he is a really good drifter out of all of the people I've seen, and I think that's really going to help him on these more curvy maps. Getting some coins for that slight speed boost. That red shell is just what he needed to start getting closer to Banana Girl. Oh, that is such unfortunate timing because he was about to take the lead, but that's okay because we still have a lap left. Let's see what kind of items he gets and how that can change the game. Oh my gosh. The timing of all of these attacks just sucks so bad for him because he's doing everything in his power to play great, but it's just not working out with the way these have been timing this game. He's got these mushrooms. Let's see if he can take them right with the corners. Draven's a little bit behind right now. Going into this third lap, though, he got a star, which not only makes him invincible, but also makes him faster. And more mushrooms for extra speed boost. Hopefully these can let him use those little shortcuts and get closer, but I'm not sure with how far behind he is if he'll be able to make up that lead just using items alone and good racing. I think he's going to need a mistake on the other player's part. Pretty sure her name was Banana Girl. Yeah. I don't know what college he's playing today, but that will be up on our YouTube description when we post this. Right now the score is 1-2 and we will be right back. Alright, we are back in the 4th race on Dragon Driftway. This could be the last race if Draven is unable to win. Actually, no, today they're playing best of 7, so it's the first to 4 points. So even if Draven loses this game, it's not going to be the last game in today's matches, but hopefully he can win and get himself up to 4 points first. Not many opportunities for items yet. There we go. He got the double one. Let's see what he got. A banana and some fire what is that, fire flower? I don't know the actual name for that, but it's in the Mario games. The coin for the slight speed boost, and he's going to want to hold on to that sound box or wait and see if he might want to use it up so he can get some different items. Let's see what technique he does with that. And he used it to avoid that red shell, which is great because he's got a little bit of a lead right now and he wants to keep that as going as long as possible. Holding on to that coin to give him that little bit of speed boost. He can hold up to 10 coins at a time. It's looking like he has got a pretty sizable lead. I'm not sure what happened to Banana Girl on this race, but it looks like something has happened to make her fall a little bit behind on the map, which is a good sign for Draven. We're in the second lap right now. He's got a banana behind him to protect him from shells, but I don't think that the other player's even close enough for their shells to hit, not even a red shell. Because if you're so far behind a player when you throw a red shell or a green shell, it's going to like unappear from the game before it hits. I don't know the word other than unappear though. And that banana came in clutch. It protected him. Oh, and he just barely wasn't able to equip that shell in time to protect him. You could tell he was trying to use it up. Where are they getting all of these red shells from? That's like the third one in a row. He's doing that drift. And finishing the third lap in first place. The score is now 2-2. We'll be right back. All right, we are back with the fifth race. The score is still 2-2. And let's see what's going to happen this round. Went for that starter speed boost and he got it, timing that perfectly with Lakito's second. Lakito or Lakuto? I don't know how to say it correctly, but his second red light. He's got a coin. He's already got basically 3. Once he uses it. I'm not sure why he holds on to them. I'm sure there's some kind of advantage to it. You can see the blue and the yellow sparks he gets. Did you guys know? Which I'm sure a lot of people who've played Mario Kart before know, but for newer people who are watching, there's 3 different levels of the turbo boost that you get from drifting. Like the blue is the starter when you do it for so long, and then you do it a little bit longer, you get yellow, and those are the most common. But there's actually a third one that you can only get if you're doing it like perfectly on certain like specific sections of certain tracks. But you can actually get pink sparks, which can give you the biggest boost in the game out of everything, which I thought was cool. I didn't know there was a pink one. I've never held on to it long enough to go past the yellow sparks, but you can tell by the color of the sparks on your wheels, and I think that's super cool. He's got 6 coins. Didn't have any items to protect him from that shell though, but he's still in first place in the second lap. But you can see on the map that they are neck and neck right now, like right on each other. This could really be anyone's game right now. But it's only 2-2. We play first to 4 points. Right now, third lap, he is still in that lead. I don't think he's lost that lead. And he's now extending that lead even. And on the map, you can see over here, he is doing great. He's playing basically perfectly on this map. I've really not seen any player issues. The only things that have set him a little behind are the opponent's items, which you really sometimes just can't avoid. There's different tips and tricks to sometimes avoid them, but sometimes it's just unavoidable. Which I think is the most frustrating part of this game, when you can see something coming at you and you know you have nothing like equipable to do about it. And Draven finished in first, making the new score 3-1, putting the Grizzlies in the lead. We will be right back. Alright, we are back with the 6th race, playing Sydney Sprint from Mario Kart Tour. If Draven wins this race, he takes home the win for the day, which is going to be very exciting. Every win brings him closer to making the playoffs. Just a slightly behind Banana Girl, and he's got a banana, that's kind of funny. Let's see how this race goes. I have high hopes for Draven. He's been racing really good today. But I think all of our players race really good every time. Obviously, there's some better days and some off days, but overall, you can tell they're here for a reason. They're really good at what they play. Man, he's just barely holding in second. Let's hope that he can keep Banana Girl from making that lead. He's got some bananas, which isn't really going to help him too much in second, other than if they get hit by Banana Girl the next lap that they take. Let's see if he can get something a little more helpful. Green shell, if he can angle this correctly, which is going to be hard on a map with so many curves, and they don't really have a lot of edge guards, so it's not like it's going to bounce back and forth and hope to hit him that way. A boomerang, if he can get close enough, this could really help him secure a lead in this map, because he's not too far off from it. He's just got to find a way to get close enough. Hitting all those ramps right. Using these mushrooms over the parts off of the path can really help him get a speed boost by using those as a shortcut, not just a speed boost. Let's see, he's got a bomb. Can he place it right? Perfect drift going into this 3rd lap. He can still see Banana Girl. He is right behind her. He's got a mushroom. Will he be able to use it in a way that's going to help him get a lead? Let's hope so. Ooh. Nice job staying on those ramps. Let's see how he can use this mushroom to his advantage. This isn't a map that provides a lot of good shortcuts with those mushrooms, which is unfortunate. There's a few small ones, but no big ones like on some other maps. And just barely finishing in second, the score is now 3-3, and we will be back with our final match point race. And we are back with the final race. Draven is playing on Mute City. Let's see how this race goes. Whoever wins this race takes home the win for today's games entirely, which is exciting. Well, it still shows on like Generation Esports is the platform we use. It still shows like what the score in the game was. Like it ended up being 4-3 instead of like 4-0 sweep. Like it still takes that into consideration, but overall the person who gets to 4 points first wins the match title for the night. And right now they're playing on 150 cc's, but next season we are moving to 200 cc's, which is going to be interesting because it kind of completely changes the game. And Draven just completely changed the game by getting into first place and extending a lead pretty quickly. This final race, Draven is not taking anything from anyone. He is in it to win it. I think this is the biggest lead I've seen him take the quickest this season from what I've watched of him. Spencer usually streams Draven. I like the choice of white Birdo instead of pink Birdo though. We've got a banana to protect him from basically everything aside from a blue shell. And it came in handy, and he's got a backup. Ooh, Peach is trying to get closer. Oh, he barely equipped that banana in time. I was worried that was going to be another situation like we had last time. Going into this third lap, he has all 10 of his coins that he can hold on to. All that he needs right now is a little bit of protection from a banana or a shell that he can hold behind him. But going into this third lap, strong, high hope for taking home the win tonight. Got another coin, not going to do him much good. Got as many as he can hold right now. Of course, he hits the one with 2. Got another coin and a banana to give him some protection. Right now, as long as Draven can stay racing the way that he is going to win tonight. Which is what we like to see here. And that is game. The final score is 4-3. Draven won. Thank you guys for watching.